Hi, I'm Joe from Solemn Assembly. This is Brandon.
Brandon, hi.
And the guy off camera over here, this is Kenny.
Hello.
And we are Solemn Assembly from Dallas.
Awesome. So Solemn Assembly has been in existence for a pretty long time already, but the whole time you've pretty much had a revolving door of members. Have you ever wanted to just put a longer term band together?
Oh yeah, totally. I wanted a real band, not just. When it started out, it was a couple of guys pushing buttons, acting like they're playing keyboards, emailing people while they're up on stage.
Yeah.
Well, actually, there was an email back then. It was smoke signals. But yeah.
Back in '89, smoke signals.
Well, yeah, we didn't start actually playing live till like 92, 93.
Okay.
And then there was a guy in Dallas named Patrick who ran a place called Tunnel Works. It was a record store, but in the back he had a live venue.
Right.
So he would like clear out all the record shelves. And he would clear out all the record shelves, have all the people come in, set up, cook for us, and we'd play shows. And
Nice.
It was cool, pretty cool. And that was our like big break in Dallas, I guess.
Nice.
So he was cool.
Okay. Now, have you ever collaborated with any of the other members during the writing process for Solemn Assembly?
No. Mm-mm.
Would you like to?
I really want that. That's what I wanted. I write everything by myself, and they just
You want somebody else to do some work?
yeah. Well, not only that, it's like if you listen to all my music from '89 to now,
Right.
I still do the same melodies and the same harmonies and the same, a lot of the same bass lines, a lot of
Right.
the same things I did back then, and a lot of the same songs I just redo every couple of years. And like our new album's gonna have probably 2/3 of it is gonna be old stuff just rehashed that
Right.
sounds new.
That works.
I think you'll like it.
Okay. Now, over your career, you've opened for quite a few bands, but one that stood out for me, for the simple fact that I love them and never got to see them, was Evil Mothers.
Oh wow.
At this point, who has been your favorite band that you've played with?
Oh man, having to pick, that sucks. What do you think, Brandon?
My favorite that we've played with, probably Covenant, because just the absolute, everybody was so nice and so cool. Eskel's a really nice guy, and then meeting Daniel Meyer, who's one of my favorites.
It was pretty cool when we were playing with Covenant because we looked out. I'm singing my song, and I'm messing up lyrics here and there, but nobody knows it.
Right.
And I look out there, and Eskel's dancing, like bopping his head and smiling at us, and we're like, "Oh wow, that's really Covenant out there." That's a real deal. I think my favorite show, the favorite night was probably Sheep on Drugs and Test Department.
Oh, nice.
Because that was just monumental. I mean, Test Department, they've been around since this. I want to say the 70s, but I could be wrong. But
Yeah.
they were at the beginning of it all, and their whole stage setup, which was funny. It was all this barrels, sheet metal, cogs, big old machinery,
Industrial.
and total like real industrial,
Yeah.
And they had the whole stage set up. Sheep on Drugs went on before them, and they had their ADATs and their rack of gear and then their microphone and a dummy, a mannequin that he was dancing
Right.
with. And that left us about a 2-3 foot square area to put our two synthesizer guys
Right.
and me. Actually, it was just one synthesizer guy and me. And so we couldn't even move when we were on stage. And so I would lean back, and I'm like, I'm touching Test Department's barrels right now. I'm touching their gear. This is awesome. It's Test Department. So
Right.
that was my best moment.
That definitely sounds cool.
DJing with Kevin Key also is up there, and Peter Hook from Joy Division.
That's right.
That was really awesome.
So you made a video for Oons Oons Oons.
Yes,
Was that the first video you've made?
that's the second video I've made. First for Solemn Assembly.
Okay.
The first video is for a band I'm in called Vampire Cathedral.
Okay.
And we killed a girl like Dexter, and that was kind of cool.
Nice.
But yeah, that was I wrote the song. It was originally called Hypocritic Rivet,
Uh-huh.
and the lyrics were going to be, "You hypocritic rivet, you have no fucking life. You think we all should worship the CDs that you buy. You're such a fucking douchebag, and I'll leave the rest out." It just goes on like that. And then we decided, you know what? Instead of pointing fingers at a certain person, we're just
Right.
going to kind of cover the whole rivet scene that we were making fun of, that we were a
Right.
part of, that we were making fun of.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, Caustic does it. We do it. We don't care.
Although the video kind of did end up pointing finger at a specific person.
Oh, well, did it really? Do you think so?
Kind of.
Does it look like somebody?
It does. That's certain
perfect.
someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
You know, a lot of people look like
Sammy's cool. Sammy was really nice when he played with us. Yeah, we just opened for him too, as a matter of fact. And that was the last song, and I dedicated to him on stage.
Yeah. Well,
Nice.
it's all part of an image. He's got an image and that he tries to portray, and then he's like actually a nice guy. So you roll with it. That's the whole thing.
We have no image. Solemn Assembly has no image. It changes day to day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we I mean, Faderhead. I'm gonna say it. I don't care. Faderhead writes good music. I like it. Some of it, like 2/3 of his records. The rest of it sounds like techno pop stuff, which is okay for that.
Right.
I mean, you listen to my stuff, it sounds like the stuff I put out 12 years ago. So sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, he does his thing. You do your thing.
And he's awesome, though.
Yeah.
I mean, his live shows were pretty good too. I mean, everybody was chanting along. That's what we wanted. That's the reason we did that video.
Yeah.
And yeah, we had our friend Chris from Razorblade Dolls actually play Faderhead.
Right.
And it was kind of funny. I mean, but Faderhead did the same thing with Combi Christ and everybody in there.
Right.
His Fistful of Fuck You video,
Yeah.
which is an awesome video. I skipped video games from. I had an Odyssey which had Pong. This is the 70s. I'm old.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
And then I went from the Odyssey Pong to the Atari 2600
Okay.
with like Combat, E.T. We were playing Pong, man. Pong, it was real. For real. And then I went from that to like synthesizers
Yeah.
and stayed away from video games. I went from an Atari 2600. Well, I had a Commodore 64, but I didn't play any games.
Right.
With Atari 2600, I went from that to an Xbox.
Yeah. That's a big jump.
So Xbox and now PS3 and then everything else. Now it's all on my cell phone.
Right.
Angry Birds, dude.
Yeah. Angry Birds.
Yeah, we'll play that live while we're acting like we're playing keyboards tonight.
That's what you're doing on the computer there. Angry Birds.
So who's gonna see this?
The world.
The world? Oh man, I could have
The
said so many more
internet.
like profound things. Favorite
still
band,
can.
favorite band that we ever played with, definitely Test Department for me, because that was just a dream come true. And then when we were hanging out with Pigface, I actually got up and sang a song with Pigface at one of their shows, and Martin and Gus remembered us from when we opened for them, and they were like,
Right.
"Oh, you're the guys with those test jackets. That was funny." Yeah, thanks. But yeah, I love you
I
guys.
remember you because you're funny.
Yeah. And Sheep on Drugs gave me words of wisdom. If you want to be pop stars, don't get dressed in front of the crowd. So, because we were changing in front of everybody, we were just out in the crowd. 'Cause it was all our friends. So
Right.
it didn't matter. We were playing for our city. And,
Right.
but we were out there in the middle. He's like, "Oh, go back to the dressing room next time and change out there. Don't let everybody see you." And so remember, if you want to be a pop star, get dressed in backstage or something.
Something like
Or
that.
hang out with Sheep on Drugs.
I love Sheep on Drugs.
Yeah. So, I've been DJing at the same club for 14 years. No different nights. Well, now we just changed to Wednesday nights from Thursday nights. Same club, same venue, the church in Dallas. 14 years. Got to plug that.
Yep.
Every Wednesday night, every Sunday night, you can see me out there. I'm playing EBM, synth pop, industrial, old school death rock, experimental stuff, pop, metal, Manson, Nine Inch Nails kind of stuff too, to please the masses, and But at the same time, I'm introducing people to new stuff every time.
Right.
So I just had to plug that because
course.
that's my bread and butter. So the church, and I love these guys, Brandon and Kenny here. They've been with me for quite a while now, and they've been sticking with it and rocking out. Kenny's not in the video, but my friend Nick was in the video for Unz. But we'll edit you in. You were in the other video. He was playing guitar in the other video, or bass in the other video. He plays bass in Vampire Cathedral too, so that's pretty cool. That's the only band that I've ever had anybody work with me on stuff.
Right.
Solemn Assembly, just me.
Our
Good.
first actual album's coming out this year too.
Yes.
It's almost finished. The album just finishing up like mixing and stuff. So it'll be like a full Solemn Assembly album.
That was an earthquake.
A lot of people were actually waiting on it too. Like a lot of old fans of yours.
Yeah, we've been putting out a full-length album for our whole life. and we finally got it to where we think it's pretty decent. You're gonna hear a lot of tracks from that tonight live.
Okay.
But it's coming out. It's called Aftershock, and it's all about the end of the world. It's 2012. Why not?
So we'll release it next year.
So we'll release it in 2013.
If there is still
If there is a 2013. No, I want to sell a couple of records before. So December, it's supposed to be December 12th or the 21st, something like that. Okay, so
Something like
December
that.
1st is like the tentative date now. Or May 16th.
Have about a
I don't speak any foreign languages, so I can't say hi to you in your native language, but I love you anyway. And to all our fans in Australia, get that promoter to pay for us, and we'll go. I swear. I want to see where they filmed H2O, man. Come on. I think that's good, because I'm just going to keep talking crap.
yeah.
Okay.
Again, God bless TJ and John, Soulless Affection, and John from Elysium for putting this thing together, picking up the pieces, and flying like a phoenix. So, I love you guys.
And everybody that made the trip.
And all you girls, too. And my wife. Okay, I had to say that. And my new kitty cat. And I like the guy from Coma. He's kind of cute. Don't tell him.
Secret messages.
Oh, yeah. And I'm not really outing myself, but he'll understand. And the camera girl, too. All right. Cool.
Bye.